Man, that that clip right there. I would say Scarface is my favorite movie, bro, because there's so many quotes in that movie that just I resonate with, and so many quotes that I that stand out to me, right? But first things first. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. I wanna let's start off with some gratitude, man. I wanna thank God first and foremost. I wanna thank God for being so good. Thank the Most High, the higher powers that be, because in the past year and a half, I could have lost my life so many times. This fly is distracting me, bro. I gotta fly around my light, but I could have lost my life so many times, guys, and especially with me traveling. You guys see the vlogs. Being out there in Asia is a jungle, and although Thailand is safe, I always remind myself like anything can happen to me. But God is so good. His hands never fail to keep me safe. And to be almost 25 is a blessing, bro. Like, time flies so fast, especially when you're having fun, you're on the grind. Second thing I want to say is I want to apologize to you guys because in the past year and a half too, I haven't been I haven't been my best self, bro. And I also want to say this before this video gets any further. I take full accountability for everything, and I'm gonna keep it real, raw, and authentic because I'm gonna be speaking about my experience, and I'm gonna be speaking about myself in this video. But I want to apologize to you guys because I haven't been real, bro, and I haven't been. This fly, bro. Excuse me, but I haven't been my best self. Um, and man, like I apologize to myself too, like to my younger self, to my future self. But it is what it is. I was actually getting a little bit pissed at myself today because I've been in this state, and I've been in this mode of self reflection. And in this video, guys, a lot of you guys probably found me through semen retention. I'm gonna be talking about that a little bit. Um, and I just wanna share, bro. You know, because I've been learning a lot. I'm creeping up to my mid 20s now, so I've learned a lot, bro. I've learned a lot, and I want to make a separate video about things that I've realized in my 20s at this point in my life. But where do I even begin, man? First, shout out to I want to give a shout out to HTO, Health and Opulence. Um, Really inspired me on my and helped me with semen retention. Um, Also shout out to Mr. Keep It Simple. I just found his channel recently. Bro, he speaks a lot of game. I'm gonna leave their channels down below because it's important for us men to have mentors and guidance in life. And I also want to give a shout out to the channel Soft White Underbelly. There's this really good interview I was watching with like this female I think psychologist or relationship coach by the name of Sadia. So shout out to her. Shout out to Mark from Soft White Underbelly. Man, just to be straight up, bro, I think I'm at that point in my life where I am just done with people, bro. I'm at that point in my life to where I just don't really care anymore, especially as I'm getting older. Like, I look back at the mistakes that I made, I look back at my character, and in a way, I don't really regret anything because it's really all part of the progress and the process. No pain, no progression. We get our reps in, but I definitely learned a lot, man, and learn a lot about human nature, learn a lot about myself. And I said it before, but life is a game, bro. And in this game, you really gotta have a mission. You gotta stay focused. I'm done with people, bro, and I'm really choosing not to have friends at this point in my life. I don't really have a desire for friends anymore. I really have more of that desire to fulfill my purpose, to share with you guys, to connect with you guys. And I would rather connect with you guys than to get out there and maybe, excuse my French, I'm not gonna cuss. Actually, I'm not gonna cuss, but maybe, F off or, mess around. Like, I just don't have the energy anymore for that. And yeah, like I've had my regrets, but at the same time, like those losses, bro, they're lessons. I was getting pissed because I realized how much potential and energy that I have within myself. And like I said, I'm taking full accountability, but I only have myself to blame, bro. I only have myself to blame. Like I said, smoking weed. Once again, you guys that want to smoke weed, you smoke your weed all day, bro. I get it, bro. I get it. Smoke your weed. Go do drink, party, especially if you're in your 20s, early 20s. But for people and for the guys, for the men that want to become better, you're going to find out, bro. This is a lone journey, bro. It is a lone journey. I've come to that point. If people are not on the same wave as me, if we're not on the same frequency, I just don't care. Because a lot of people have taken my kindness for weakness, bro. And maybe it's because I got my braces in. Maybe it's because I smile a lot. Maybe it's because I'm young and I'm youthful. I mean, I don't think I have a much of a baby face, but I look young. Um, maybe it's because like I'm I was brought up to treat people with respect and to be nice. I ain't gonna lie, that was my problem right there, is to be nice. But it's just the way I was brought up. I was brought up in I got a Christian family and background, so I'm not gonna blame my parents for that. It's just my parents want the best for me, right? But a lot of people, and maybe some of you guys can relate to this, a lot of people take my kindness for weakness, bro, and they take advantage. And if you're somebody, bro, if you got a good heart, if I'm the type of person, man, I got a lot of love inside me. I got, you know, I like to give, and I don't like to expect anything in return. But it comes to a point to where I realize looking back, like a lot of these people are taking more and more and more, taking more and not giving anything in return. And I'm the type, I don't want to expect anything in return except, just some respect, some loyalty, man, some appreciation. But I said, you know what? People are not going to change. They're just not. I'm sorry. If this video, I'm not even sorry. You guys are on my channel and you're watching my video. If this video gets over 20 minutes, it is what it is. But I just don't want to be around that energy, bro. I don't want to be around that type of environment. I don't want to be around these people. I almost, I really almost lost the passion for this YouTube channel, bro. So many times, man. I've had to take a break, come back, take a break, come back. And why is that? Once again, I'm taking accountability. It's because of that. For me, at least, bro, it's because of smoking the damn weed, bro. Smoking that dope. And I had somebody on my channel recently that commented, "Man, somebody could have used that." On my latest on the when I was making that weed video, somebody commented, "Somebody could have used that." And I responded, I said, "Sir, I'm not a dope dealer. But some of you guys are not going to get it. Some people are just not going to get it. I have never sold weed in my life, bro. Never. Because I don't want that type of... Listen, if you sell weed, go ahead, do your thing. But I'm just not that person, bro. I don't want people coming to my house. None of that, bro. I don't want to be known as a dope dealer, bro. I know the different type of people that smoke weed. There's some crazy people out here, man. But some people are not going to get it, man. And you know what, man? I used to feel, I ain't gonna lie, I used to feel lonely at some point, bro. But now, people can go, everybody can go, bro. Family, like, your friend, your quote unquote friends. If you guys are really trying to improve every aspect of your life, bro, like, these people gotta go. That's just what it is, man. Let's just call it for what it is. I had to really dig deep within myself, bro. In the past, ever since I came back from my trip. And shout out to my Kuya Adrian, man. You know, you guys seen him in the vlogs on the first time I went to Thailand. If you didn't ask me to come on that trip with you, I don't think I would be at my fullest potential, man. So, yeah, in a way, I really don't regret anything. I learned so much. And I told myself, like, Mark, you have to think bigger, bro. You have to think bigger than yourself, bro. Get these leeches away from you, man. I said, you know what, bro? It is better to be alone. That's just no disrespect, man. Anybody that knows me personally, like, if I know you personally, that's no disrespect. But if we're not on the same wave, where I just can't connect with, we're wasting energy, bro. I don't want to conversate. I don't want to, it's nothing personal. But too many people have wasted my time, bro. Time that I'll never get back. Energy that I'll never get back. Mental, spiritual energy. So forget all that, bro. But sometimes, man, sometimes you really gotta hit rock bottom mentally, bro. Just for it to really sink in. And then you gotta pick yourself back up. I wanna talk about semen retention because I don't know how long I've been, bro, but guys, I don't know if it's me turning 25. I don't know if it's the fact that all that wisdom that I gained from traveling, or maybe I guess the fact that I lost myself last year, or now that I'm sober, 2 months sober. Shout out to me for that. Shout out to everybody that's living a sober life, living a clear-minded life, choosing the narrow path, choosing to become better. But I just have no tolerance for people that are wasting my time, bro. And speaking of people, listen, man, I'm gonna get on this too, because this is something that I experienced, and you guys are gonna experience this. So recently, this year actually, I was in a relationship. Posted this on my community. I was in a relationship that wasn't serving me. Guys, like, let me just say this. Actually, in that relationship, that was like really like the time where I really like considered almost having a family, bro. And I'm glad I didn't do that. But excuse me. I was actually talking to my ex. I had hit her up, but she was stalking my profile. Shout out to my ex. She's probably watching this. I had tried to reconcile. I ain't gonna lie. Last year, I was on that toxic shit, man. I was on my city boy era, quote unquote. You know, messing around. Um, I'm not proud to admit that, bro. I'm not proud to say that, but it is what it is. To any of you guys, if you consider yourself a quote unquote player, man, that shit gets exhausting and real old, real quick. I'd rather choose peace of mind over anything, but you do you. I'm just speaking because I can just think back and about the mistakes that I made. But I try to reconcile, but she's still on. She's very pride. Very prideful, man. I'm not trying to hate on her. I'm not trying to speak bad, but just being very prideful when I hit her up. Still very insecure. Talking to me about her new man and how like he's doing this, they're doing this, but she's still watching me. That was the first time. Yeah, but that was the first time I really considered having a family, bro. And that was, I can honestly say, guys, with how much like I had love for her and how wild I was. That was like I say the closest, probably one of the closest times I could have really got a woman pregnant, bro. And you guys gotta be careful, man. You really have to be careful. You gotta be mindful out here, man. You know the my you guys, like I said, you guys probably found me through Seamer Attention, man. Like all those times I was making these relapse videos, man. Releasing, compromising my word, my morals, not staying true to myself. That was all from the weed, bro, and myself. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. One thing about me, bro, like I can be very stubborn. I'm just gonna admit that. And I can also be very curious, bro. I don't really like to follow the crowd. I don't really like to have a boring life, I guess, quote unquote. I like things that kind of challenge me or that are like mysterious to me, So, that you got to be careful. That curiosity can get you carried away, man. But it's just not even. Camera died, but the video must go on. The show must go on. But what I was saying is, it's just not even worth it, bro. If you're not really trying to bring another life into this world, bro. If we're just being real, bro. Let me speak on this, man. Because this is part of why I had people wasting my time. And you know what, bro? I really looked at it. I was thinking about it today. I said, Mark Montemare, you deserve all the ass whooping from the decisions that you made. It's nobody's fault but yours, bro. You have to take full accountability. It is what it is. There was times when I was in Thailand and some of those girls might have pulled back. I showed weakness. So many, these girls, they be playing games And what I go do is I'll go probably entertain it, or I'll, try to just do all this childish shit, man. All this nonsense, like, raise up the camera a bit. Doing all this extra stuff, bro. Just a waste of time and energy, bro. But I had to learn the hard way, man. Even with my ex, bro. Like, I don't want to speak too much on it because, like I said, she could be watching this, but it was just a waste of energy. I said, you know what, man? Just there is no reason for me to date. Like, I'm at that point, man. I really don't care about if a woman stays or not, or whatever, bro. I said, I'm just in that mode again to where, like, just something has just sparked up inside me, man. And I want to encourage you guys to do the same, bro. Like, get fired up. Get fired up when you wake up in the morning, man. Just keep it in your pants. No homo. Keep it in your pants. No homo, bro. If you're not trying to bring another child into this world, it's really no point. These women are... See, the thing is, man, I grew up around women, bro. So there was this part of me for a while where I felt like I needed to... Of course, listen, man, not all women are the same. Women have their ways. But ultimately, we have ourselves to blame, bro. Like, look at OnlyFans, look at all the... Bro, they're showing you right in your face. Right in your face. Everything is in your face. And if you lack the discipline, bro, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Man, I look back at some of the actions and decisions that I made, and I said, Mark, it's a good thing you are not paying for that damn child support, bro. Just look at the Thailand vlogs, bro. I told myself the next time you step foot in that country, you better be on your discipline, man. Because it's easy to get carried away. It's just too much. Like, it's just too much in this world, bro. I remember I was talking to my dad. It's just too much corruption. He's right. So I've had to really pick myself up, man. And we have to chase greatness, bro. I said, what's the meaning of your life, Mark Montemere? What's the meaning of making these YouTube videos, creating this YouTube channel? It's about greatness. But when you are not focused, you see, these past 4 years went by really fast, bro. It's actually kind of crazy and scary. So I said, you know what? You need to step it up a little bit more, bro. Because if you're not focused, these years are just going to pass you by. It's going to keep passing you by if you're not aware of your actions, man. That's why I had to throw on the Kobe jersey again. I had to. I'm 24 now, you know. It's only a matter of time before I really just lock in. That's what we're doing for the rest of 2025, bro. We got 6 months left. Let's just lock in. Bro, I'm at that point. You can't hit me up talking about, hey, do you want to smoke? Do you want to drink? I ain't gonna lie to you guys, bro. I haven't been perfect, man. Like, when it comes to semen retention too, I've had my relapses, like, when I came back from my trip. But I told myself, stay sober. It's gonna take time. We're gonna pull through this shit, bro. That's the thing with this world, man. Like, you guys gotta really understand that, bro. Like, they throw it right in your face. They don't want men to dominate, bro. And I'll be honest with you guys, bro. Like, I almost forgot to say this, but when you really hold on to your energy, bro, people will know. Like, I can't make this up, man. I really can't make this up. Like, when you're disciplined and you're focused and you walk with a sense of self-respect and you have integrity, that's power, bro. That's power, because I look at it, it's just this simple, man. We are the life givers as men, bro. We are. And I'm not trying to, bro, I'm getting fired up right now, but it's like 12 a.m. I don't want to, be too loud with my neighbors. I'm being considerate. But we are the life givers here, bro. Guys, don't forget that. We are the life givers, and the women are just here to nurture, bro. They're here they're part of, they're supposed to be a complementary to your life, bro. I've had my moments, man, when I was chasing ass, bro. You already know. Dealing with women in Thailand and, like, going to massage parlors, escorts, and all that shit, man. I said, you know what? You have to let that go, bro. If you don't let it go, you're always going to kick yourself in the ass. Always. And you know what's funny, guys? These women will expose themselves too, bro. Not even just women. People will expose themselves, bro. People will expose themselves, bro. I was at the gym today, locked out, recording my videos, recording my clips. I'm over there hitting dips. And what do you know? Out of all the machine, there's all this open space in the gym. There's this woman, and this white girl in short shorts comes up right behind me. And she knows I'm facing the mirror too. And she got her body turned around. So what does that say? A woman is here to take from you, bro. Listen, when I say that, I'm not saying that in like the women are evil, but a woman is here to take. If you ask me, man, I feel like a woman will take more than she will provide or give, bro. Like, I'm just being honest. I mean, that's what happened with in the garden, right, with Eve. It's not worth it, man. If you're dealing with a woman right now and you know deep in your mind, like, man, I could improve myself a little more, man, get out of that, bro. It's just, you're not trying to bring a child into this world. There's really no point. I've gotten to that point to where I'm just sick and tired of repeating the same cycle. I'm like, Mark Montemare, get a grip. Get a grip. We have videos to make, man. I said, you know what, bro? You have to build your own life. Like, just continue to build and grind. Because when I was 20, 21, 25 seemed far. But now that I'm here halfway, I'm like, you know what? Get to it, bro. I know I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's just what's been on my mind, bro. It's not worth it. And let me say this too. I'm gonna just say this too. There was this one point to where it was like 2 years ago when I was 22. The first time I ever met this one, I'll never forget this, bro. This is just female nature, bro. Not all women, like I said, but there's this one girl, one female that was at the party, and I met her for the first time. Filipino girl and I found out by the end of the party she had a boyfriend. He wasn't there, but I specifically remember this one moment when she was touching on me. She was feeling up on me, bro. Touching, and she's, listen, no homo, no weird. I'm gonna get TMI, but she was feeling on my ass, bro. Because, listen, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to be cocky. Listen, man, I'm gonna humble myself, but, you know, she seen that I was in the gym. I had my jersey on. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but I specifically remember that moment because I was the only one sober there at that time too. That was at that time where I was like, I did that little challenge for like 90 days or something like that. So like, what does that tell you, bro? Listen, man, like what Chris Brown said, don't be mad about it. These girls, they be for everybody. You know, I've had thoughts, going back to my ex, bro, I've had thoughts about having a family, but just focus on yourself, bro. If I can even just tell myself that a year or two ago, man, just continue to build, bro. Don't let these people waste your time. Don't let nobody waste your time, bro. Because these people will take advantage. Like, people do not change, man. People don't change. You know, I even had this kind of personal, but I'm going to just say it. I even had my uncle recently. I didn't even get a how are you doing, no call or nothing. He's like, hey man, if you're not using your GoPro, can you give it to me because mine's broken? This GoPro right here, bro. Do you know how? It's not even about the cost, bro. It's about what me and this camera has been through, bro. Like I said, man, I'm the type, bro. I'm not giving shit to any. Excuse my French, but I don't even want to give anymore like that, bro. I'm gonna be real selfish now. You have to be selfish, bro. And another thing about me, man, like I used to be, I'm getting to that point. Especially when I started the video talking about how I was close to death a lot. I want to speak that I'm gonna speak about that in another video. Give you guys some more story times. But bro, I don't take my life for granted now, man. And I said, you better humble yourself before you get a bigger punishment from the powers that be. You know, I used to carry a lot of hate in my heart. Used to be, you know, so like lustful, bro, prideful. Never had envy because, you know, I always respected people that had things. Now I always told myself like, hey, you can do it too. But, you know, prideful, man, just being stubborn. But that's just what comes with the process and the progress. So, anyways, man, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I think this video's been long enough. Shout out to everybody if you made this. Once again, it's like 1 a.m. right now, so I'm just keeping things cool, not trying to be loud. And I appreciate everybody for rocking with me, man, because I'm, like I said, I'm just in that mode again, bro. And I want to encourage, to sum it up, bro, the lesson and the conclusion of this video, man, is hold on to your power, bro. And be selfish. Don't apologize for being selfish. Hold on to your power. Hold on to your power. Keep it player. Keep it moving. Stay true to yourself, bro. And never, ever compromise your principles, bro. Because the second you do that, people are going to test you and they're going to keep taking. I'm telling you guys, man. It pisses me off too because I knew there was times where I had this gut feeling and I knew better, but I didn't listen to myself. That's what pisses me off. But I said, hey, today is a new day. I'm not 30 yet. We still got, halfway, halftime. And understand that these is just lessons, bro. Sometimes you might even have to go through that experience yourself. Like for me, like I said, there was times where I knew better, still didn't listen, bro. Still didn't listen. And listen, man, there's that good saying, old habits die hard. You gotta take control, bro. You always gotta be in control, bro. As a man, nobody's gonna save you. Always remember, it's no pain, no progression. Get your reps in. Once again, I appreciate you guys, man. I just had to get this on my chest, bro. It's been on my mind, and I think it was only right that I open up and share this with you guys because you guys are my family in a way, my YouTube family, and it's part of the process, bro. I'm here to chase greatness every single day. I'm fired up, bro. I don't want to keep letting you guys down, and most importantly, I don't want to keep letting myself down, bro. Stay humble too. Stay humble and stay hungry.